All right, we're back. We're back with part 2. So, where were we?
Okay, so due to you stormed the tower of the mill here. Essentially, Keller ended up succumbing to you all, surrendering not only his weapons and himself, but the Sunstone to Ravnia. During some extra interrogation provided by Xerix upstairs, he called out that he saw movement in the woods, and turns out he was correct, as both Xerix and Elkhorn, deftly dispatched with one of these apparent crew of this mysterious Mount Rogan, while another one was hit with a very, lucky, skillful shot, but didn't end up killing them, but saying that he would return soon with Mal Rogan and apparently the rest. So that's where the scene concluded. So we come back
I'm gonna grab Keller by the collar and I say, "You're coming with us," and I'm just gonna force him go downstairs, and like every time he tries to stop moving, I'm gonna push him. Like I'm gonna be, not brutal, but I'm not being friendly. I'm like forcing him to come up with us.
Okay. Excellent. So, what are the rest of you doing as Xerix is coming down the ladder with Keller?
I'm going to look over the crossbow and go, this is a nice crossbow.
Oh, didn't mean to move you, Janny. Let me move Keller.
It takes a while to load the crossbow, but it certainly can pack a punch.
Well, all right. Just 1 second. Sorry, Jen.
Don't worry.
It's a ranged weapon, so.
Sorry, I just had to say goodbye to my dad. Okay, so Xerix, you pull Keller down the steps. Mm-hmm.
Can you click on him, on Keller, and press Shift and Zeta?
Okay.
Shift and Zeta.
Shift and
C. This one.
Okay, and hit Shift and what?
Shift and C.
Shift C. Okay, there you go. Shift and C.
Why it's not popping up?
Click the token.
Z.
Oh, just click the token. Just press. So click on the token. Click on the token.
Yep.
And just press Z.
Okay.
No, it is Shift and Z.
No, because he's using the advanced keyboard shortcuts.
Can you see him popping up? Can
Yep.
you see him popping up?
Yep.
We cannot see him. That's weird. Or you guys can see him?
Yeah. Yeah, it's right behind me.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
right there.
it's Shift Z. Danny is right. It's Shift and Z. Press Shift. Click the token. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Just wanted to get a better.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the meters in this particular game, it makes the maps a lot larger. And
No, it's okay. That's why the Shift C, is kind of
Perfect.
like, yep.
Okay, and let me go ahead and just mark him as dead. Okay, so what is the rest of you doing? Xerix does bring Keller down, who is somewhat calmer after witnessing, one of the what he's calling the one of the men of Mount Rogan, taken down deftly and swiftly by your party, but he still has a look of fear about him. Not sure if it's from the pending doom that he's speaking of with Mount Rogan, or just with the very volatile methods that Xerix is using with him, as far as roughing him up.
Now the question is, do we head back to the caravan as quickly as possible, or do we stay here and prepare for Mal Rogan and his cronies?
I will turn to the paladin and I say, like, it would be better if we get back and get reinforcements from the caravan.
The only worry I have, Xerix, is if we are attacked on the way back while we're in the woods. At least here we've got a nice open clearing. We can see them coming.
Well, it all depends how many of them are coming.
We don't know, do we?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Keller and I'm gonna grab it. How many are them?
Okay. And he goes, they
Don't lie to
dozens?
me, boy. And I'm gonna like raise my hand.
Okay, and he kind of shrugs backwards. He says, "Well, there's dozens, but usually he travels with maybe 6, 7 at a time. It depends on what it is he's doing."
Well, if it's coming from something like this important, is the stone really important? Like, I really don't understand the value of the stone. Would I know the value of the stone?
It's a shiny rock. Who cares?
Like, do we know the value of the stone, or for us was just let's get this for the high priest?
Well, the Ordo Magica initiate, or novice, I should say, did essentially say that this stone is required, that is necessary to make sure you get through the mountain pass. When he was talking to you, it does provide some sort of qualities of warmth. So you know that there's some sort of mystical quality to it, but you're not exactly sure what it is. But as far as the Bartolome is concerned, he considers it some sort of artifact.
So what should we do? Do we stay or do we go? We need to be quick either way.
I mean,
I vote for go back.
Just so you know, you can spend a point of experience if you want to bind yourself to an artifact. Rather than
What happens when you bind yourself to an artifact?
You die.
You don't know.
Depends on the artifact, I see.
It's not really ours, like we came to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you unbind an artifact?
Oh, that's a
Can you
good
unbound
question.
things? No, but that doesn't sound right. To
Yeah,
unbound something.
It's unbound when you're dead. That's the way it normally works.
I don't want the Ordo Magica to kill my ass, so.
Well, and just so you know, within the context of the game itself, when you do bind yourself to an artifact, you do instantly get a single point of permanent corruption.
I think you
don't
can do
know.
corruption or experience, can't you? That's the currency.
That's the trade-off. You can you can take the corruption, or you can spend the experience point to avert the corruption. But still, that doesn't necessarily provide you any details of what the actual artifact does once you're.
In that case, I don't want to bow myself to that.
I'm
shit.
gonna be like, do you think they could just be utterly bullshitting that this Matt, whatever his name was? What's his name? I look at Ravina. What's the fella's name? Thingy of Death. What? Mal Rogan. What? They could just be bullshitting. They could just be like playing a fucking con game.
And then I look at him and I say, but I don't think they would put this ugly, stupid mask if they were bullshitting. Something is off here. I said we go back and we get some reinforcements. I mean, me and Elkhorn could go ahead and scout.
And
What do you think, Revenue?
Yeah, I mean, we probably don't want to hang around here for too much longer, but there is definitely the risk of being attacked on the way back. How long would it take us to get back? How long would it take us to get here?
it's you were tracking. So
it'll take longer.
But it as far as going back, it should be shorter. So you're probably maybe about an hour or so trek back to the caravan camp proper.
The longer we wait, the more risk we have.
If they are coming, I agree, the longer we wait.
Right, let's bugger off
be on our
then.
way.
Maybe it'd be worth you two scouting ahead.
I'm gonna throw
But I'm
what's
like,
the name?
how are we?
Keller
but-
to Revnia, and I'm gonna say, don't let him loose.
Okay.
How are you
That's
gonna?
alright. If he tries to run, our little goblin friend can do all sorts of nasties to him. Isn't that true? And I'll turn and just give a little wink to the goblin.
I can bite him.
And Keller, not having much experience with goblins and not being really a man of the world, looks down with almost as much fright as the mention of Malrogan's name. It's like, no, I just, yes. You know what? Whatever happens to me at the caravan is definitely better than what awaits us here. So if back to the caravan, we must go, then please let's proceed as quick as possible.
Okay, let's move then. Seems like everyone feels
Can
moving is the best
we-
idea.
Can we search the bodies of the body of the dead one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we? Do we need to do a test to check him, or can we just like?
No.
Do we have any? I want to loot him, but I also want to see if he have like any weird marks or something.
Okay. So you make your way over to the fallen robber, and as you kind of pat him down, he's dressed, they're dressed in a leather cuirass type outfit along with his scraps of clothes. Within a small pouch, you find 5 shillings, and within another pack, a bit of what remains of some chewing tobacco. Likewise, he has 6 bolts with him in a quiver to accompany the crossbow that he has, and a small set of dice in his cuirass pocket.
Okay, dice are nice. 6 arrows, you say?
6 bolts, yes. 6 bolts for the crossbow.
Crossbow. Okay. I left them to James' character.
Malingo.
Maligno. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay. So if you can do me a favor, just on this particular area, if you want to, did you say some of you are going to scout ahead, or are you going to just proceed in a line back to the camp?
I don't know. I suggest that me and Alfgarn go ahead, since we got like a lot of vigilance, so
Okay.
we are more aware.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Not too far ahead though.
Yeah. But like a vanguard. Vanguard.
Yeah.
Before you go though, I'll be like,
Whoa.
What?
We just had an earthquake.
Did you?
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah. It just the whole house just shook. All right. Let's give it a second here, because this is California. Usually there's a little jolt and there may be something else. So I'll just give it a little 10 count. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it, but it's kind of sound like something slammed against the house. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was just me adjusting my mic.
Nope. Boom. Yeah. Welcome to California.
I've only ever felt one earthquake.
It is the first time you feel it. It's scary as hell, but we've been through enough. It's old news. I mean, unless something cracks, or falls from the ceiling, or Godzilla comes out of the earth, you just kind of move on. So, all right. So yes. So what I would like is for my scouts. If you're scouting ahead, go ahead and
Hang on.
Hang on. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be like, if you spot anything, how will we know you spotted something?
We just shoot an arrow up.
Right, but walking through a
You're in
forest.
the woods, though.
We're not gonna
I
see
wouldn't see
a
it.
fucking arrow in the woods.
Okay, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make the sound of a parrot because we get lots of parrots up here, don't we?
Well, something. I bet we know how to do some animal sound. I don't know, like.
Well, twice like a barn howl or something like that. Yeah. And 3 times like, you know.
Let me think. Let me see if this work. Let me see.
Okay. Okay.
That was a bird, right?
We hope so.
God.
So after the earthquake and the bird calls. So what I need is for you to provide me with a hold on, sorry, here. Here we are. Okay. Yes. So a vigilant roll. And you're going to do this at a -5.
Okay.
-5. Lovely.
Come on, 50%. So close.
Alfgarn.
Nowhere near.
Okay. So yes, so you're tracking ahead, and as you're making your way, other than the occasional animal crossing or the birds flittering away from the treetops, you're not picking up any sort of danger. The pathway seems clear for the rest of the your companions to proceed. So do you continue on in front of them, or do you kind of wait for them to catch up? Are you kind of doing staggering, or you're just going ahead unless you see something of
So
danger
I
or
think
anything?
maybe we walk like since you say it would take an hour, that
Mhm.
maybe it's gonna be like 5-6 kilometers of distance or something like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we will maybe do like 2 kilometers, wait for them to catch up, then do another 2 kilometers, wait for them to catch up, 2 kilometers.
Okay.
I don't know. That's my suggestion. Alfgarn?
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll we can almost sort of relay over each other. One of us can go ahead and the other one can leapfrog over. So we can keep an eye on each other's backs as we go.
Okay. So as the other party catches up, Xerix and Elfgarn, you are about ready to go ahead and take point again and head back out to scout ahead when something catches both of your eyes, and immediately you see shadowy figures come around several of the trees on either side of the path that you are following. As you see that there's 5 individuals looking all very similar to the one that you felled, still dressed in bits of tattered cloth and low grade leather armor, all of them kind of aiming a crossbow at you, and they all shout hold.
Who?
Okay, and everyone sees this. So what and then Keller drops to the knees and he goes, they found us. They've caught up to us. They haven't done anything. They just kind of came out of the trees, and essentially 4 crossbowmen have their crossbows aimed at you.
Okay, we're holding, and
Okay, and you hear a voice from behind one of them kind of call out, and this voice is a man, but the sound of his voice sends kind of a chill down your spine as you hear, "Are they here?" And one of them goes, "Yeah, boss, they're here." And he goes, "Excellent. Is the stone with them?" And we don't know. And then you Keller shouts out, "Yes, we've got the stone. The woman, the one dressed up in armor, she's the one who has the stone."
And now you're going to die.
Motherfucker.
And he goes, "Excellent." He goes, "Now, drop the stone on the ground, and continue on your way.
Why? Why do you want the stone?
All right. And he goes, because it's mine. And he shouts. And then he goes, final warning. Drop the stone on the ground and continue on your way, or every one of you will not see another sunrise.
I'm going to carry on walking because I don't have the stone, so how can I drop it?
Okay. So who has the stone? I thought Revnia
I
has
have the
it.
stone. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll pull it out and hold it in my hand.
Okay.
And I would like to bind it to myself.
So you're going to spend some experience? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Excellent. So here is what it's going to do. And let's see, did I throw it in here? I think I did. Yes. All right. And sorry if it's not formatted properly, but so essentially the master of the Sunstone can, with a successful roll against Resolute, set an object in his sight on fire, including enemy garments. The fire burns for 1d4 turns and does 1d4 of damage each turn. Armor protects as usual. A burning person can put out the fire by rolling around on the ground, a movement action, and passing a roll of quick. So the action is active, and it does 1d4 of corruption per use.
It's a lot of corruption.
Okay. Oh, and hold on. There's more. Oh, here, you know what? Let me do this. That will get it in a better format. Oh no, you went back that way. There we go. And here you are, Ravnia. Okay. In addition, if the Lord of Stone masters powers which produce fire, you can use the stone for amplifying your fire spells. With a successful roll against Resolute, the effect is increased by 1 step from a 1d6 to a 1d8, and so on. Last, with a successful roll against Resolute, the Master of the Stone can release the captured fire spirit from within, thereby destroying the artifact. The spirit appears as a towering humanoid made up of flames and soot. It is grateful and will obey its former master for the remainder of the scene. And you would be able to give it simple commands like guard this place, attack an individual, or keep me safe. So
I say you give him the big thumb up to Mr.
So
Malrogan.
So since Elkhorn is essentially going to just, ignore the orders and start marching forward, we will go into initiative. But the fact that you're going to go ahead and bind yourself to the stone, Revnia, this won't count as part of that. You will already have bound yourself to it. So and upon seeing the stone, and the moment that you bind yourself to it, it's like he can feel it. He shouts again, even louder. He's like, "No, that belongs to me."
Oops.
And okay, so let's go ahead and
describe it, Yewal. Describe it. How do you get bounded? Like describe how the
I'll let Revnia do it. I'll let Revnia do it.
Revnia, do it.
Yeah, I mean, so I pull it out, and I suppose binding it to myself, perhaps I put both hands on it and kind of, not like, I don't break it, but kind of grip it tightly. And a fire comes out, like, encompassing me a bit, and probably radiates a bit of warmth out to everyone around.
Cool.
So, excuse me. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the map that we're currently on as the battle map for this situation, because I was not expecting you guys to do this. But yes, but all you can see are the four that are kind of out from partial cover from behind the trees, but you can't hear the voice itself, even though I revealed this token. But it would essentially be coming from your left, and then was it Shift Z? Yeah, so that's Mal Rogan, but he hasn't revealed himself yet. So with that, so it would essentially, James, you would have first reaction in this situation. So what was it you would like to do?
So what does a crossbow use?
What's that?
What does a crossbow use?
As far as its action, it's a missile weapon, so it's going to use.
Accurate.
Accurate?
Yep,
Yeah,
accurate.
use accurate, yeah.
Yep, unless you have something else that will allows you to use.
Oh God, I'm absolutely garbage. No, I'm not. I'm absolutely garbage at accurate. Accurate is literally my worst stat. Yeah, I'll pull out my sword then. I'll pull out my sword and go. Who's the correct? Where am I? I'm at the back. Is that one of the?
Yep.
So we got there. We're surrounded, yeah.
You're surrounded, yes. Yeah, so
All right,
have
I'm
their
just
cross-
gonna. I'm literally gonna go for Grayskull or whatever. I don't know who we're fighting for the Queen, and I'll charge
Okay.
in. I'll charge that fella.
Okay. So this is going to be at a plus. Oh, where'd they go? +2.
So single-handed weapon at +2.
Ooh, booyah!
Got a
Quick
crit.
quit.
Oh, all right.
Very nice.
So let's see here. They
Fuck
pop
that.
him out, and
How the
this
hell did I?
is-
I got a 7. Oh yeah. No, I got a 1,
Mhm.
and I needed a 7. What am I using for combat then? This is
Accurate.
accurate.
It's
Yep.
by default it's accurate unless you have something that changes it.
Mhm.
Oh God, I'm absolute garbage.
No, well, you're great right now. You look like a master swordsman. So James, you're not going to kill him, but you are way past his pain threshold. So you can either knock him down, or I believe you may be able to take another hit. So hold on, I've actually got that here for damage. There we go. Yes. So the one who deals the damage is allowed to perform an immediate free attack against the affected creature. So yeah. So you, in a single stroke, you've gone beyond his pain threshold, so you can take a free attack as he falls to the ground.
Okay, sure. I probably won't hit this time, but and it's,
Never
is
know.
it the same modifiers?
Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I hit again.
Mouse
Hey!
the swordsman.
So go ahead and describe it. You knock him back, and then you provide the killing blow right after.
Okay, so I charge into him and I swipe at him, cutting him deeply to begin with. And he sort of like staggers back in pain, and then I just run him through with the sword.
Just like Indy would do. So
Exactly. Except with a whip.
exactly. So Elkhorn. So yeah. So you're the one who kind of started this whole row going. So you essentially have ignored the call of the mysterious voice from the woods and essentially just proceeded forward. But knowing that they are now going to engage in combat, what would you like to do?
Okay, I think I'm going to use my hunter's mark on this chap here.
Mhm.
That allows me to re-roll a failed attack. and then I will attempt a bow shot at this guy.
Okay.
What's the modifier?
+2, but I'm going to give it it's going to be a +3 because I'm going to give him a little bit extra with the cover that he's behind, because he's kind of leaning out from a tree.
What tree?
The trees that's surrounding the path that you're on. We're using this at Theater of the Mind, James. Theater of the Mind.
So was that +3, Scott?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay. All right, so that is a success. But that was your vigilant roll, so we didn't use the weapon. So, but you can roll for.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah.
It's all right. No, we'll still take it. So that's a 1. So that's going to be a critical hit. So, if you want to just do a separate roll for your damage.
Yeah, I'll just roll a d10 for that.
Yeah,
6.
but it's a critical hit. Does that not
Double.
does that not double it? So you roll another d10.
It'll be your D6,
No.
isn't it?
Huh?
I think
that?
the crit's D6.
D6, yeah.
Okay, so d6 on top.
Yep.
That's 9 total.
Okay. So similar scenario as James, as your arrow whizzes past your companions and nailing him right on the shoulder, staggering him backwards, which is going to allow you to perform an immediate free attack because that has gone over his pain threshold also.
Okay, let's get it right this time. What's the modifier?
It's going to be he's going to
Same.
fall. He's going to fall out of cover, so it'll just be a +2 for his armor.
Just no problem. Woohoo! 1 point of damage.
Okay. All right. So. Okay. So yeah. So another arrow slams against him. As he's kind of taken to a knee, trying to recover from both of the arrows striking into him, but still remains of the living. Okay. So in this situation where everyone has the same quick, let me just take a quick look at the initiative. If 2 or more combatants have the same quick, then vigilant is used as the breaker to determine the turn order. So Oleg and Zarek, what is your vigilance?
15.
15? And
10.
sorry,
10.
10. Okay, and great. So it's going to be Zarek, and then it will be the robbers, and then it will be
Oleg.
Oleg.
How close is this guy?
Which one? Here? Oh, he's maybe from you close enough to where you could leap at him and either melee combat or range combat.
I wanna
Effectively.
like shoot him point blank range. Is it something like that? No.
Not really point blank range. I mean, they're outside, kind of lingering behind trees outside of the
Okay.
path that you're on,
All
but you can still see them. So
Okay, I will shoot at him.
okay, so +3.
Okay, that's good enough. Come on, baby. Booyakasha.
So yeah, again, if you look on the character sheet, there's actually a weapon roll where you roll the weapon and it does damage at the same time.
Yeah, I do got a weapon. Okay, sorry. Okay, we try again. Come on, baby. Woof, that was close, but I did hit.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so your arrow whizzes through, but this one just kind of catches with some of his armor as the arrow, hits him, cuts him slightly, and wedges itself into a tree behind him. Okay. All right, so their turn. All right, so this one is going to, let's see here, movement action. Stand up. Yeah, so he's going to, this one is not going to be able to attack. He's going to need to do, he's going to do a movement action and stand up. And then he is going to, essentially, he's going to let loose an arrow at whoever's near him, and that's going to be Elkhorn. So, all right. So, Elkhorn, it's your roll, and then what is your defense?
What's the modifier?
It's going to be there's no modifier for him.
Okay, so it's just a plain defense roll then, yeah?
Yep. Okay. So you're going to take a bolt, but you have three points of damage negated. So it looks like you take nothing. So the bolt itself kind of, are you wearing armor?
Yeah, woven silk armor.
Okay. So the bolt just apparently he's too close to get the proper momentum, as the bolt really doesn't propel itself hard enough to pierce your armor, causing you any sort of damage. And this one here is going to rush towards Revnia, drawing out his spear. Okay. So this is going to be Revnia, your defense, and this is going to be at a negative. Nope, wait, it's going to be at a +1.
+1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hit me.
Okay.
I negated 5 damage.
So nothing. So yeah. So essentially, you put up your steel shield as he comes rushing forward with a horribly rusty looking, no craftsman involved with the spear. It looks like he has a stick and a bit of stone lashed to the top of it, and just cannot get through your armor. And all right, this one is, seeing that you have the Sunstone and hearing Mal Rogan's rage, Revnia, this one is going to take a shot at you with his crossbow. And this is going to be at a -3.
Okay. Oh, oh no. Oh no. That's not good.
Okay. All right, so let's see here.
Enemy crit hit.
Okay, so yes, so this is going to essentially, it's going to pierce through your defense, but it's only going to do 2 points of damage. Oh, that's right, and then that's right, a negative. That would be a 1d6 on top of that. Do they get? No, I think they just double their damage. Enemies, they don't get to roll the extra. Yeah, so that would be for 6 points of damage to you, piercing through your defense.
Oh, that's not good, Jay.
With the negation.
What's that?
That's with the negation.
That's with a negation, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So then, obviously, the one on James during his turn, he passes from this world. As the last thing he sees is a young man standing before him, taking his last bit of breath away, and he goes, What do you mean it belongs at the museum? And then he died.
Fuck off!
Wrong game. All right. Oleg, Google. What would you like to do?
Charge!
That's the
And
wrong
touch
person.
and touch the shield lady, shiny shield lady.
Okay.
Heal.
Okay.
I automatically heal for 1d6.
Okay. Give me a roll. And does it require touch, or can you do it?
If I can heal with my resolute if I'm not touching, but if I'm
Okay.
touching, I don't have to pass any rolls.
Got it. Perfect. Okay.
So
Lie on hands or
should I roll or should? Wait.
No, because roll for what the healing.
Yeah, just a second.
Oh no, it's up to you. Or I mean, if Revnia wants to roll too, it's I'll
Yeah.
let you decide. So
Yeah, revenue should roll.
yeah, that way if it's horrible, it's the fates of the gods, not Oleg.
It's 1d6.
I'm back to full
The
health.
gods are smiling.
And I roll
At least one of them.
and temporary corruption. 1! Nice.
Okay. Excellent. So we now go on to let's see here. So after Oleg, Zarek's already went. So Revnia, it is now your turn.
Question about free actions.
Mm-hmm.
Can I only do one free action? If they're different free actions?
Let me adjudicate this real quick, because yeah, it's the free action is there's several examples of the free action, but it depends on
I'm just looking on page 112.
right.
113. So this action may be used an unlimited number of times per turn in addition to a character's usual 2 actions.
Okay.
As long as it is allowed by any condition specified in the description of the ability.
Right.
So
So
I should
it's
be able to then.
yeah, no, I mean it's essentially what is the free action going to be? I mean, a free action is, you can draw a weapon. Well, you can't draw a weapon and then draw a weapon and then draw a weapon. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just, with reason. So what is it what free actions are you wanting to do then?
So
Are you
it would
burning the whole
be.
forest down?
I mean, it's an option. So, I mean, I would say Amplify Flame would presumably work on the Witch Hammer.
Well, does the witch hammer fall under would it be categorized as a flame type spell?
It's
I
holy
guess.
and blight hating fire.
Oh, well, then yeah. That to me, that I would say that the
Which-
description of the secondary aspect of the stone, that it would amplify that, if that's what you're going to do.
So to do Witch Hammer again, because it would have ended by now.
Okay.
That's a free action.
Okay.
And
Yes.
then Amplify Flame is a free action.
Yes.
So let's do the Witch Hammer.
Okay.
If I succeed,
Mm-hmm.
that succeeds. So I do the temporary corruption.
Okay.
It wants me to get corrupt.
Okay.
And then,
And it's resolute for the amplify flame.
so it's basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
That one fails.
Okay.
So I do not succeed on Amplify.
But you still roll for corruption, don't you? Or is it if it fails, you don't get corruption?
I
I think you have to roll for corruption.
think I still do.
Yeah. Okay. Have you passed your corruption threshold by chance?
No,
No. Okay. All right.
because it
So-
would reset the last scene.
Yes. So, yes. If you want to describe what Witch Hammer does, and then what are you going to do for your actual action, your attack action?
Yeah, so it shrouds the weapon with holy and blight hating fire,
Mhm.
and I do extra damage, pretty much.
Okay.
Mal Rogan hasn't quite revealed themselves yet, have they?
No, he hasn't come. He's well. I mean, he's out in the shrouds of the forest proper. He hasn't come forth.
But there is the one directly in front of me.
Yes. Oh, and there was the one that attacked you with their spear.
So I'll swing the flail at them.
Okay.
So let's see. Any modifiers?
Yes. His defense is +2.
His defense is +2.
Yes.
So do I
Yeah,
get
so it's
-2?
2. Yes.
-2, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the. Suddenly, I feel like I'm doing THACO again because it says +2 on their sheets, but technically it should be -2. So I think we've been kind of
Yeah.
we haven't been rolling correctly, but it just the verbiage of it doesn't seem to jive with how the character sheets work. So,
Yeah.
so
Well, I'll
I'm
do
trying my
-2.
best. Yep. Okay.
Nope. It doesn't want it.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Does that give them a chance to hit?
Critical misses. Hold on.
You hit me.
Let me look up criticals real quick. I don't think we had any because there's nothing on the table here.
Whose turn are we on?
We're on Revnia's turn.
Can you hit the arrow?
Yep. Sorry. There we go.
There was somewhere that said about it. I'm
Yes,
trying to remember
it's
what it
under
was.
optional rules.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as far as critical, yeah, perfect hits and fumble defense. So, yeah, it's under most of that's under the optional rules. So I'm not going to roll with that just at this moment in time because it's.
I could also spend 1 XP to reroll it.
Oh yeah, absolutely you can. So there's that.
I
option
will.
Too. Okay.
I will. I'll spend all the XP.
Oh, so
in
you
session.
can spend experience points to reroll?
But he's master of the
Yes.
Sunstone now.
Ah, okay. It's just because he's bound. Okay.
So
Yeah, you can't get another 20.
roll it
can you?
again. But -2. That one hit.
Now, to be fair, since the free actions are unlimited, you could technically try the Sunstone again if you'd like.
I will not, because that will push me probably, odds are, past my threshold.
That's all right. Excellent. So yes, so you are going to. Oh yeah, did that include the damage bonus?
It did.
It did. Okay.
It was a bad roll.
All right. So let's see. What do we have here? Yes. So yeah. I mean, taking the hit from the spear that you did. I mean, even though the goblin came up and started to heal your wounds proper, just the shock of it kind of distracts you slightly as you take a wild swing with your sanctified flail. The robber, seeing all of this, anticipates this and kind of backs away just in time to take a little glancing blow from it, but nothing serious, as a little bit of blood drips down his lip. All right, so we will now. I'm going to move on to Mal Rogan, who is going to do something from the woods.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
He's
great. So let
flashing
me pull
us.
this
Is that
up.
is that what he's doing? He's flashing us from the woods.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, he's yes, he's going to run out in his bathrobe, and you'll all be frozen in fear.
And
Okay, hold on. Where's his artifact? Oh, I didn't say that. Okay. Okay. What happens? All right. So, Revnia, you hear like a voice almost surrounding you. It's the voice of Mal Rogan, but it seems to have moved from the woods, and it's almost like he's next to you, whispering in your ear.
see, I knew he was going to do something pervy.
Okay. And
Yeah,
I need to. What is your resolute?
Our resolute is
Mhm.
15.
So that would be a success. We rolled under your resolute, and let's see. Okay,
I thought with this
so
game you don't roll any. I thought this game you don't roll anything, and it's the players that roll.
Oh, that's right. I don't. Sorry, my bad. Never mind. That was my mistake. Sorry, I'm tired. So yes. So go ahead and do your resolute roll, and you're going to be doing it with a.
What's fair modifier?
What's that?
What's
Your
fair
modifier.
modifier?
Yes. A -3.
They have +3, so it'd be -3 for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Aha!
Okay. So, and then I need to check something here real quick in my abilities, and not there. Okay, great. So you feel his voice whispering in you, and you hear the sound of you're not worthy. You can't accomplish this. You might as well just lay down your weapons and leave. You're weak. You're weak. Just drop it. And then all of a sudden you snap to, as you realize that this force was almost causing you to believe what's being told to you, but you have ignored whatever effect he was trying to do against you. All right. So, and I'm going to move on to Maligno.
All right.
We skip me.
Well, no, you went before Oleg.
Before them.
Yeah, because we had to do a tie, so we used vigilant, so you had the higher vigilant, so it went. We're kind of out of order here. The only reason why we went out of that order is because we had to do the.
Can I charge?
Move you.
Okay.
Can I charge this fella?
Do you kill this one?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you can dash through the woods and the brambles to attack him if you like.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm feeling very confident in myself. It's a very misinformed because of how actually crap I'm at fighting. So do I have
Don't get cocky, kid.
Okay. So just to make sure we're doing this in accordance with the sheet. Okay. So his defense is 2. So that should be you should be applying a negative aspect to your roll.
Okay. Do I get anything for charging?
Yeah, that's an ability, I believe. Or,
okay.
So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I missed.
If the attack fails, the target gets to make a free attack.
Yep. On charging or. Yeah. So, but that's.
He has a crossbow in his hands.
Yeah, no, he's got a crossbow, but he brings his crossbow up, James, as you bring your sword down upon him, and he's going to essentially block it with the bulk of the wood on the crossbow. Okay, so moving on to Alfgarn.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to finish this guy off.
Okay. So same scenario. I think we've been adding in the modifiers incorrectly.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a -2 modifier to your roll.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's going to. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to finish him off. But another arrow seems to lodge itself in the thickness of his leather cuirass. Doesn't really seem to pierce quite through, but it causes some shock as he looks down, and I believe he is now covered in 3 arrows set either in his flesh or in his armor.
Can I finish by moving away from him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can move. Yeah, you still have your movement action. Separate actions.
I'm not sure if these squares are still, applicable, but that's 3 squares worth of move.
Okay.
More or less.
So technically you'll be moving out of the primary path into the brambles in the wooded area.
Yeah.
So so we'll just make sure that we're seeing it correctly. Okay. And so then now we go ahead and move on. So it's going to be Xerix, your turn.
Okay, I will shoot the same guy.
Okay.
because he didn't attack me.
Okay.
And it's the weapon, right? Yeah.
Yep. And still seems -2 to your roll.
-2? Didn't I
Yeah.
get like +3 last time?
Well, no, because we've been, I've been
Okay.
how the sheet words it and how it works on the sheet and the thing. It's a little different. So the wording is pluses for defense with them, but technically it's a negative modifier to your roll. So
Okay,
it's
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, -2.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you let loose another arrow that essentially passes him by, disappearing into the shrubs and wooded area of the forest. Okay. So now it's I didn't place him on here, but it's now between Xerix and Ulik. It's the robber's turn. So on Ravnia, he is going to pull back with his spear and try to attack you again with it. So it's going to be so it's going to be essentially a -1 modifier to your roll.
Mm-hmm. I hit. I negate 7.
Okay. All right. So you negate 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So the spear is going to break through your defense, but it's going to cause you no damage as it just kind of scrapes up against your armor. Apparently, him is losing enough strength to try to pierce or find a gape in the armor that you're wearing. Okay, and then the next one here, this robber. All right, so Alfgarn. Okay, so this one is dead. Let me mark him out so there's no confusion here. All right, so Alfgarn, this one's going to as you make your way back to the forest, and I imagine you're backpedaling, so you're not like taking running and showing your back, but he's going to see you start backpedaling into the shrubs and the brambles, so he's going to try to let loose a crossbow bolt at you. So this is going to be against your defense, and it's going to be with no modifier.
Okay. Would I get any modifier from being in the?
Yeah. No, I'll give you a positive modifier of. This is going to be of 1.
So +1.
Okay. So yeah. So as you're making your way through the woods and you pass by and the trees are breaking through as you do, you see an arrow just kind of lodge itself into a tree right next to you as you kind of take cover behind it just in time. And then we have this one on Maligno. So Maligno, this one, he's I'm going to say that he's not going to be able to draw forth his spear since he's in close contact with you. It just, to me, logically, it doesn't allow him to do something like that since he's blocked up. But he's going to do an improvisational weapon and just try to slam you in the side of your head with his crossbow itself. Okay.
Right.
So this is going to be at a -1 modifier to your defense roll.
What? Why?
Because of his strength. Because of his strong. Okay. So he brings back his his crossbow that he was holding up to defend and just takes a wild swing at you as you deftly maneuver and duck out of the way from the blow. Okay. And then we're going to move on to Mal Rogan, but Mal Rogan isn't going to actually know what? No, we're going to move on to Revnia now, and then Mal Rogan is the last in the. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Philip. Yes. Sorry, we always forget about the goblin.
I don't see Mel Rogan. right?
No, nobody has seen him. You know generally where his voice is coming from in the woods, in the general direction, but he hasn't. You
I
haven't
can
seen a
hit
physical
him.
form.
I can't hit him with my spell, right?
Do you need line of sight?
Probably.
Okay.
So if I flank him, does the Ravnia get some attack bonuses? I have a stick, so.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna in that situation, if you're gonna try and flank, we're gonna do a probably a res against his resolution or his vigilance. Let me pull up what the modifier would be. So you're trying to, yeah, this would be a discreet against vigilance if you were trying to do something such as that.
Okay.
And there's no modifier on his end.
So just discreet.
Just straight, yeah.
No.
Okay. So if you want to kind of approximate, I'll put you approximately in view of him. So you're making your way through the bushes, and you kind of catch sight of a tall looking individual dressed in what best can be described as almost rotting armor, and you catch a glimpse of his face, pale white, as almost as if this whoever Malrogan was at one time a man, but no longer carries the facade of that. He almost looks like as if he's crawled up from the grave yesterday. Attached around his neck, though, is you see what looks to be a long rusty chain, and a mummified human hand hangs from the chain, almost down to the midsection of his torso. But he does see you as his head turns towards you, so you won't get any modifier, but you are in sight of seeing him if you'd like to cast your spell.
Okay, I'll just cast Entangling Vines. And if I succeed, I'll probably Entangling Vines, control. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
As a free action, I will shout, "He's caught! He's caught!"
Okay.
And corruption roll. Okay.
Okay. And what's this? I'm sorry. What's this in the core or the
Core.
advanced core? And that's under independent mystics
I
or
think
sorcery.
witchcraft. Just a second.
Okay.
Entangling Vines.
What's it called again? Entangling Vines. Okay. Let's see here.
It's page 133. 133.
Okay, so yeah, so it's snared until you fail a resolute strong test starting the following turn. Okay, just want to make sure that that if it was what is required for him to break free if possible. Okay, so Revnia, now it is your turn.
So, I'm very tempted to try Amplify Flame again.
That's what corruption does to you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not too bad if I go over the threshold with temporary, because it will pass after a day.
Yes, but do you want the other people of your order to potentially think you might be falling to the ways of corruption?
Probably not.
Little armored, angel on your shoulder going, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, but there are none of the other order members here, and we don't know
we're
any
just
of
going to
them.
turn up. No one expects.
No one expects the order magica. All right.
So I will just take another swing at this one in front of me.
Okay. So, but the witch hammer is still active as far. Okay.
I also discovered, because I was just searching, I don't need to roll for witch hammer.
Okay,
Because
excellent.
it doesn't say about a resolute test. I still do corruption, but I don't need
Okay.
to actually roll to succeed.
Excellent. Okay, perfect.
So
So
let's swing.
So yeah, so this is still with his defense. It's the -2. Ooh.
I'm
okay.
not. I'm not re-rolling that one.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, so he could see. I mean, both of you are tired. I mean, this is combat. This is this has been several seconds. You've taken a wound, even though it's healed. He is trying to maneuver out of this this blue flaming sanctified flail, and he just narrowly averts your lunge. Any movement, or are you going to stay on him? I mean,
I'll stay on him, but I will maneuver around to the other side, so I'm closer to.
Okay, so you're maintaining engagement, but you're going to maneuver around him. Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, so now Mal Rogan. Okay, so he similar snarls. He's just kind of standing there, almost frozen, if he's made out of marble, Oleg. And as your vines kind of creep around his legs, he looks down, and as he looks up and looks at you, he just seems not surprised, but just almost annoyed. As he raises a lone finger towards you, and there we go. Oh, where did he go? Here he is. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I need to just check to see what level he is, Novus Adept or Master. So, my apologies with that. And oh, okay. All right. Oh wow. Okay. All right. He looks at you and he raises his hand, Oleg, and you hear the mystic words coming from his mouth. And the moment you hear these words, your soul tends to drop out of your stomach as the effects of a curse starts to make its way and entangles you. So,
do I have any rolls? Defense?
Yeah, it's going to be. That's what I'm looking up here. Okay, it's because it will. So, okay, so Oleg, when you're using your mystical powers, what are you using to roll? Is it something that you're rolling on every time, or is it dependent on the power that you're using? Is that within the...
Mostly resolute.
Okay, so essentially, okay, I may need. Okay, so he's going to until the mystic fails a resolute test. Yeah. All right, so yeah, so he's going to roll against the resolution test. So go ahead and goes. Okay, so all right, so can someone look up curse for me, and can you help me adjudicate? Is the effect immediate, and then the next turn the resolution test occurs? That's kind of what I'm having a little bit of trouble deciphering here. It's on 133 of the core rulebook. And this would be under the master aspect. So the mystic puts a curse of death upon an enemy. The enemy suffers 1d6 damage, which ignores any armor for all actions it tries to perform. The target suffers no damage if it remains still impassive. This effect is active until the mystic fails a resolute test. So would there be an initial resolute test, or is the initial action occur and then next round Oleg would make a resolute test? What do you guys think?
It's an active, so there'd be an initial resolute, I'd say, to resist it.
Okay.
And
So
if that fails, then you'd do one every turn after.
Right. Okay. Great. Okay. So so Oleg, then go ahead and give me a resolute test, and this would be at a -3.
Yee-hee.
Okay. All right. So you this creeping doom starts to surround your body, but you as you look up as this curse kind of starts to dissipate around you, if he was able to show shock, he would, but he kind of arches one of his decrepit eyes and looks kind of surprised at the fact that this lowly goblin survived the curse that he tried to inflict upon you. All right, so Maligno.
Alright, I want to try and hit the fella again with my sword. It's not going to end well, but hey,
Okay.
With a minus... Well, there's there's not really much I can do, to tell you the honest truth.
Mm-hmm.
But sure, I'll do what I'm doing. With -2, though, I need a 3 to hit. So, it's not going to happen.
Okay. All right. So you take another swipe at him, and he still is continuing to hold his crossbow up as an improvisational shield and weapon. As he's still you're chopping away at this thing, but he's still parrying it with the weapon that he has. All right, Alfgarn.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire another arrow at this guy, try and finish him off.
Okay.
What's the
-2.
-2? Yeah, I thought it was. Just double check it before I rolled. Okay, I will use my hunter's mark and re-roll.
Okay. Okay. All right, and great. So your arrow flies true, and you do succeed with the killing blow. If you'd like to describe how this robber leaves this earthly plane.
Yeah, obviously we've been exchanging fire between the two of us, and his last bolt probably put a tear in my fine silken armor, which I'm slightly miffed about, and I take this out on him by drawing an arrow and aiming where I think he's going to be as he moves into my line of sight, and the arrow takes him right in the throat, and he gargles on the blood as it fills his throat, and he's unable to breathe as his lungs are filled with his own blood.
Okay.
And he passes from this mortal coil.
Okay. Excellent. So next up, we are going to have it's going to be Xerix. Xerix, I'm just going to let you know that before you take your turn, that in all the confusion, Keller seems to have mustered the strength, and he starts taking off running in the opposite direction. So he is going to start running down the path this way. He's whimpering and crying to himself still, but he is trying to essentially escape, just so you know. So you catch sight of that with all the other things going on.
If I shoot him to the back, would it give me any modifier?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you see reason to shoot an arrow into him, I mean,
Damn
no,
coward.
no, it's up to
He actually
you.
told the motherfucker that we had the stone. He deserved to
Okay.
die. Actually, I'm gonna shoot him in the leg, like between behind the knee.
Mhm.
Yeah, behind the knee. I'm gonna aim at behind the knee and try to shoot him there.
Okay.
That will stop him to run, I think.
Yep. Let me see here. Cold shot. Yeah. There is an ability, I believe, for that, but
It must be a called shot. It probably is a penalty. Well, generally not there.
Yeah.
In Warhammer, if you call a shot, there is a penalty to it.
Let's see. No. Unfortunately, it's probably not named something as such either. It's probably called like hammer rhythm or mantle dance. It's not like, why name it called shot? Because no one would look that up. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, and since he's running, we'll go ahead and give you a positive modifier. But since you are aiming for something specific, we'll go ahead and give it an opposed modifier. So essentially, it's going to be a straight roll for you.
Okay.
And but still with his defense is going to still give you a -1 to your roll, just by his his north armor defense alone.
Okay. Come on, you coward! Perfect. Okay, no, fuck, I forget. I always have to press the bow first. Sorry. Oh, damn. That was so good. It was perfect.
A roll's a roll, Danny. That's we're going to go with the roll, Danny. It's success. And I don't feel like penalizing people just because they clicked the wrong thing. So we'll go with your original roll. So,
I don't care about the damage. It's just pretty much just wanted to hit him.
Well, we still need to roll for damage. So,
okay.
I mean, it's still...
How do I roll
accidentally kill him?
Here?
Yeah, he's still an arrow in the leg, so...
Let's see how much damage that do. I do a 1d10, I think, when I shoot with my arrows.
Yep.
And how much life will he have?
Anywhere between 10 and 100.
Okay, then I don't kill him. 1d10. 5.
5. Okay, so I know right off the top of my head that's not going to be enough to kill him. But yeah, so you hear a shout, Xerix, as yes, the arrow connects right into his left calf as he stumbles forward and just kind of takes a header into the dirt as he turns and kind of screams in pain and holds the arrow as he's trying to pull the thing out. But unfortunately you didn't meet his pain threshold, so he's going to have a negative modifier to his movement, but you didn't knock him prone. So
okay, but he's moving slowly now.
Oh well, no, he's stopped because he's got an arrow in his calf. But we'll see what happens during the next turn. But
and I'm gonna scream, "You coward!"
All right, so we have 2 robbers left. Then we've got one on Maligno and one on Ravnia. So Maligno, you're still going to you're doing this dance with this robber who still has.
Oh wait! One question. Mm-hmm. Can I move?
What's that?
Can I move?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can still move. You're not currently engaged with anyone, so you have your full movement action.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, he would have made it about this far. So he's within range of you. So you would be close enough to him. So okay. So the robbers, Maligno. So this is going to be a let's see here, a -1 to your defensive roll.
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. All right. So this is going to do. So yeah. So you're going to get hit in the chest with this improvised weapon of the crossbow, and it may take the wind out of you a little bit, but it's not going to do any damage against you. You're going to absorb the damage that's been applied to it. So then we have one on Ravnia, and then Ravnia. Same scenario. He's got his spear out, and he's going to try to jab it in you again. And this is going to be a -1 to your roll.
Actually missed this one.
Okay. Yes. So you parry off the spear. Good job. It's good to know that that skill and training has finally kicked in. So Oleg. It is now your turn.
Yeah. First, resolute against his strength.
Okay. Against his, I'm sorry, what was it again?
Strength.
Yes, that's going to be. It's going to be a -7, Oleg.
Ooh. Ouch. Woohoo!
Shut up. Which is not what he says, but he probably is close to saying that. So, shut up. He now seems to become agitated as he realizes that he's now stuck by a mere goblin, and how dare you? And he's tugging against these thorny vines. So what would you like to do then?
I don't have any attacks, so I'll hunker down behind some tree and still watch him a bit, and start screaming, "Humans, help me! Help me, humans! I can't kill him!"
Oh, all right, Revnia.
Yep. So I will once again
Mm-hmm.
try to swing this flail and
Okay.
put this guy down. And that was -2.
Yes.
Oh,
Jeez. And the dance
One thing
Yes,
to
go
note with the flail, this is
Yes.
the first time it's been odd.
Okay.
Because it's a jointed weapon, it still hits on a odd.
Oh, okay.
It does 1d6 instead.
Okay.
The dice are not with me.
So you connect with an odd swing as the flail takes a wide arc and kind of connects with him. Oof! As he kind of looks down, and you see the impression of the flail on his leather armor, but nothing piercing through it or causing any sort of damage beyond that.
What's going on, man?
All right. Let's see here. Going back to this.
I thought your paladin was going to be like the killing machine.
I just shout at people. That's all I do.
So, I'm going to look at something here again. Yes. So, Oleg, he is going to try to curse you again, my friend.
Okay.
Something I also just realised about curse.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
It does just apply.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would say if it had to have a roll.
Exactly. So you will roll resolute. So, Oleg, the wilds of Davakar no longer, hold your soul safe from this Malrogan, as he curses you again, and you see the evil in his eye focus upon you. So you are going to suffer 1d6 damage if you want to take a roll, and this ignores all armor.
ouch.
Yes.
Does it do damage only if I do something, or
It only does damage if you do something, yes. So you would need to remain perfectly still and passive. Now, mind you, with that, but it's going to be, would you know? What would you like to do to see if you would recognize this particular type of curse?
I have witchcraft, so probably I would know something about magic. So.
Okay. That this is.
Yeah, probably if it's other kind of magic, probably some penalty.
Okay. So yeah, we would need to. What would
I'd
you
say
like
maybe
to roll?
which site would.
What's that?
I'd say maybe which site would reveal, but
That would definitely reveal.
Do you have which site?
No.
No. Okay. So, but I'm still I want to give you a chance to recognize this. So, what attribute do you think might help you associate with this? As far as any sort of opposed role.
Cunning.
Cunning. I mean, but you're using resolute is the primary one.
Yeah, resolute or cunning, but
okay,
something like that.
Let's go ahead. Let's roll for resolute, right? And it's going to be at a -3 modifier from him. So we'll just do an opposed resolute roll.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
I failed.
Okay, so Oleg, yes. So you feel the curse overtake you, but you're unaware of what this curse is going to do. So, but you have said that you have kind of hunkered down and cowered behind a tree or a bush, like I guess all good goblins do. So we won't. I'm not going to apply the damage yet until something happens the next turn, which you would still get your resolute roll to see if the curse leaves you. So, but since you've already declared that you are calling for humans, we'll just wait. But something doesn't feel right. All right, Maligno.
Okay, if we take like a 5 minutes break.
Yes,
before
it's 4 till. Do we want to just
Next
stop it here
round?
since James at the top of the round, James, and take a little break?
Yeah, we'll take a break. All right.
Okay,
We'll be back in a minute.
excellent.
Don't touch
Thank
that dial. Oh, and also if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe.